Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are each and every one of you? It is the last week in July, and I'm not really sure how we got here, but boy, uh, summer months fly, don't they? Like the beautiful weather, you're out doing things, like crazy to me how yeah, this has been a quick month. So, how are you all today? All right, so this is gonna be for the week. This is gonna be for the last week in July, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this week is going to bring, as the end of the week is my birthday. So thank you for all of the wishes, and I truly appreciate it. So I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium and integrated energy therapy master instructor teacher. So I'm really looking forward to going away in August to meet up with some beautiful folks in Canada to get together and teach. I'm going to teach them the basic, intermediate, and advanced level. So I'm really excited about that. Um, that was, one of those crazy coincidences where we just kind of found each other. They found actually, they found me, and they wanted to come and learn IET, and I thought, well, there's 3 of them and 1 of me, so why don't I go there, right? So I'm looking forward to being in Newfoundland. I'm looking forward to being near the ocean. I haven't been near the ocean in years, and, that is such a special energy whenever you're around water. All of those ions in your aura, in your energy field, just really ramping you up. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. How are you? So, yeah, so that's kind of what I've got going on. I'm going to be partnering with Crystal Clear Coaching, doing an event here in August, and then teaching IET in September. So we've got a lot of good things coming up. And if you're someone that's really struggling with your own health, whether it is mental, emotional, physical, etheric, energetic, spiritual, like whatever you're struggling with, that is what IET can help you with. And that is what I've been so passionate about the past couple of years, really helping those of you who are ready to like transform those issues in your tissues, because you can't, unfortunately, they can't be destroyed. You have to transform them. And so that's what I've been really, really working on and looking forward to whenever I work with any of you. So what I did put up yesterday was the only thing I need you to bring, whether it's a distant session or in person, is belief. Is belief that the angels are there, belief that you are getting the connection and the help. It's funny. Some people get off my table, or I chat with after a distant session, like, oh my God, I felt this, I felt that, I experienced this, I experienced that. And then some people are like, I didn't really feel anything or fell asleep. But a week or 2 later, no matter what the experience was during the IET, there's always transformation. There's always some benefit. So if you're someone that is really struggling with any part of your health, any part of your ability to manifest, being blocked, not being able to feel safe and stable, whatever it is, yeah, I would definitely encourage you to look at that. But that's that. So yes, what have we got going on here? A lot of swords energy, a lot of mental body. Yes, so I'm picking up Queen of the Swords, that it is time to get clear about what you want, and it is time to embody what your purpose is, or what you're wanting, what you're thinking about. I really feel like with this Queen of Swords, it's like standing in your truth. And for some of you, that hasn't always been an easy thing to do, because your truth could be like you weren't even sure what that truth was, right? Especially if you were in an abusive relationship, or you were in a situation where you weren't valued. Like, what is my truth? Who am I, right? What do I want? And that's what I feel like this energy is kind of bringing you into. It's like, okay, why are certain things being so difficult? Why am I having all these obstacles and challenges? And that's because they really are moving you away from people and situations, cutting away what no longer serves you. And so for some of you, you're really struggling mentally because things aren't the way you thought they were going to be, or things aren't turning out the way you had wanted them to, right? Thoughts create emotions. And so really, really important to kind of look at, what am I thinking about? And what emotions am I feeling? Because that is where I'm being brought to shore up my reserves, come into my strength, come into my power, because what I'm thinking is creating my reality, right? So when I think about woulda, coulda, shoulda, or when I think about how it was or what I wanted that didn't work out, like I'm creating that emotional connection that's keeping me in that old space of would've, could've, should've, or that didn't really work out the way I thought it was going to, and now I don't really know what to do about that, right? So, yeah, this week there's definitely something's going to be come up that it's going to be time to move away from. It's time to make a new choice. And so for some of you, this will be, oh, okay, I know what this is. And for some of you, it's going to be really uncomfortable because it's that thing that you've been feeling it coming, but you haven't wanted to look at it too closely. It's that thing, or maybe it's that brand new thing that you thought was going to be it. It was going to be the relationship. It was going to be but it's not. It's turning out to be just another pattern or go round of what you've already been through that didn't work out, that hurt you really bad, that doesn't feel good. And so, yeah, I feel like the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords are here to say it's because something new is coming in. And what you need to do is look at what you learned from this situation, this relationship, this job, or this part of your life that isn't working out, is being blocked. Things are really difficult. Choices and decisions are being made that are not good or not working out the way that you thought they would. And now it's like, what can I learn from that? How can I bring myself back into balance? Because whether this is another go round of a pattern or a cycle, right? Whether this is another go round of a pattern or a cycle of a narcissistic abuse, of choosing the easy road, of not putting yourself first, putting others first, right? Now it's like, what can you learn from that? What can you learn from that? Because that's why it's not working out, because it's not meant to work out. It was just coming in to show you where you needed to stand in your power. You needed to come into a lesson or an idea or a thought or a aha moment that spirit has been trying to bring you for a while. And I feel like this week you're going to have one of those epiphanies, whether you recognize it or not. You're going to have one of those epiphanies that says, oh, that's why that didn't work out. Or, oh, that's why that was brought back into my experience, because I didn't learn it last time. I didn't get it last time, right? So stepping into your power fully by embracing who you are and really walking away from, or running away from, what is not working out. Because it's time to charge in that new direction. And maybe that new direction is your own sovereignty, your own divinity. Standing up for yourself, not needing to lean on someone else or something else, right? For those of you struggling with mental health or addiction, self-sabotage, like whatever it is that you're doing, that you consistently do, that keeps bringing you back to, that didn't work out. That didn't go the way I thought. Oh man, yeah. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Because you're over it. You're over it. You're exhausted. It's been all drama. It's been all not what you want. It didn't pan out the way you thought it was going to. And now it's time to really sit down and say, okay, yes, I am feeling over it. I am feeling exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. I am feeling over it. I am wondering if I need to go in a new direction. I am needing a change because what I've been doing hasn't been working. Maybe it's given me a little bit of a resource, maybe it's given me a little bit of an opportunity, or maybe it's kind of showed me what could come in, but I'm not there. And now it's like I'm blocking my blessings or I'm blocking myself, and I need to look at, what direction I need to go in. I need to look at what change I need to make. I need to look at where I keep expecting something different when I keep doing the same old, right? The definition of chaos. So this week, I feel like there's going to be some clarity. Some clarity is going to come in that is really probably going to be uncomfortable, but it's only leading you to moving in that new direction, making that new choice or decision, dropping down into your heart and loving yourself. Good morning, Skylar. This is about you. This is about you really looking at what you want in your life. And if you can't get there, if you can't make the choices and decisions you need to make, then I would say reach out to a professional, reach out for help. Yeah, this is the week of clarify. Solar calm. You're going to get some clarity this week. Some aha moment, some epiphany, something that says, yeah, I felt that. I was ignoring it. I was pushing it away, but I felt it. And now it's time to go in that direction. Now it's time to love yourself so hard that nobody can hurt your peace. Putting up the boundaries to the people and situations that are hurting your peace. Because you deserve peace. And I feel like this week something is going to clarify for you where you're not getting peace. You're not having peace. Things aren't being peaceful for whatever reason. However this resonates for you. Whatever part of your life this resonates for you in, right? When the sun is calm, with few sunspots or solar flares, its steady energy is quiet and soothes any turbulence in our solar system. The volume is turned down in all other aspects of our astrological chart. Telescopes see further into space. People tend to search for the metaphysical. Plant growth slows down on Earth, but the arts and creative processes often blossom. Politics tend to be opinionated but quiet. Attitudes more entrenched. It's a hard time to start a revolution. Just appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Take a creative approach and work towards positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts or underrepresented. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tide turns and the sun activates. So the challenge is, it is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try to totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. The gift is meditation helps. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the call to spirit, to connection, and to the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarity, you can see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching patterns. Yeah. And I feel like that's what the clarity is that you're going to get this week. Oh, sorry. Is the clarity of that aha moment or something that says, okay, this is why this hasn't been working, or this is why this hasn't, sorry guys, I got something in my eye. This is why this hasn't been working, or this is why I haven't been able to move myself forward and get what I want or receive or manifest or whatever, right? So yeah, I would say this week it's about being quiet. It's about being contemplative. It's about getting the clarity. And so not to push, not to strive, not to drive, but take the time to heal and shore up the reserves as to what got me here, what got me to this 9 of Swords of I'm just over it, I'm exhausted, I don't have any more to give, I'm physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically just drained. I have nothing to give. And how did I get here? How did I get here? And what can I do to get out of this? What is the thing that's going to move the needle, right, on my compass? And the way you figure that out is to reflect on what choices and decisions got you to your current situation. Again, whether that's an abusive relationship, whether that's a really not serving you job, or whether that's just your life really being on a road you didn't plan. When you're not setting intentions, when you're not being intentional, right? You're going to end up somewhere you don't want to be. Life is just going to kind of take you on that pattern of a journey that you've already been on, another form of it, right? Another way in which you end up in the same place that you were before, maybe a different person, a different situation, but it's the same outcome of you don't have what you want, you're not happy, right? And I feel like this week, this temperance card is coming in to say it's time to get into balance and really reflect on how you keep getting to where you don't want to be and what are the choices and decisions that have to change. What is the self-sabotage? What is the thing you keep doing to put yourself in that same place, right? All right. Since it's here, yeah, let's get a so that's the Star Codes Astro Oracle. Now let's get a Christ Consciousness by Amanda Ellis and see what the Ascended Master wants to bring in. Oh, freedom. Just be you. You know, so often we overthink things, and this is those of you who are numerologists or like to be in the know with the numbers 38. Yeah, freedom, just be you. You know, we get so caught up in like societal expectations or even the expectations we put on ourselves, right? And I feel like this week it's all about like giving yourself the freedom to be you, to make the choices and decisions that are going to be right for you, to maybe take a time out away from people who are pulling on you too much or situations that aren't really serving you, right? But yes, giving yourself the freedom to maybe even just step back and say, what do I want? What do I want? How do I feel? And that could also be why you're in this 9 of Swords energy, because you haven't done that in a very long time. Really taking a minute to say, how do I feel? And when you don't do that, you do get into this energy depleted, no emotional fortitude, can't handle anything else, right? Because you're not stepping back and taking the reflection of what do I want? How do I feel? And then making choices and decisions from that place. And I feel like this week we need to give ourselves the freedom to do that. We need to give ourselves the freedom to step back and say, what do I want in this situation? How can I be most beneficial in this situation? How can I get myself in the right place so that I can be most beneficial in this situation? So I feel like this is a good week for some self-care, right? Even if self-care looks like boundaries, even if self-care looks like no is a complete sentence, right? Yeah, you have to have the willingness. You have to have the willingness to step back. You have to have the willingness to reflect. You have to have the willingness to act on intuition. Embrace the new possibilities and go for it. So yes, there may be something that comes up this week that you do need to reflect on before you take a leap of faith. You do need to look at where you are energetically before you move forward, right? Make a new choice or decision. but you have to have the willingness. And acting on your intuition is trusting and acting on what spirit is bringing you. And that can be really, really scary or difficult, right? Especially if you're someone that's kind of new into like tapping into your intuition. How do you get validation, right? So, a couple of ways you can work with me one-on-one. I do have 33% off one service, so a reading or an IET session. Use the summer code Summer Sale 33 when you book your appointment. You could always join my community. And this Wednesday night, we're actually going to have the monthly meetup, which is where we do a guided meditation with the angels. And then we also do some healing using self-directed compassion, which for those of you who are really struggling with giving yourself the freedom to make the choices and decisions that you want to make, or where you want, what you want in your life. Being part of my community might help you. And then also getting, having the group to go in and say, hey, I'm experiencing this. Are you experiencing this? Or, hey, this is what's going on with me. Does anybody have any insights? Or, this is what I'm feeling. And then I can pop in there and kind of help you with some validation of what you're experiencing or what you're receiving from spirit, especially for those of you that are just starting to receive, because the group really is about helping everyone. And so, wherever you are on your journey. So that is what I've got going on this week. So yes, I will be in the monthly meetup in the Living in Love community on my website. So check that out. The information is in the description box. And also my course, my 82-page downloadable printable course that my community will absolutely support you with is on sale for over 51% off, taken down from $97 to $47 for those of you who are ready to get the foundational information that will help you move forward on your journey. But we got a lot going on. If you're really ready to step into your authenticity, if you're really ready to step into living in love, manifesting, and whatever your unique experience is, right? Whatever your unique experience is, are you ready? Are you ready to tap into your realizing the divinity within? Are you ready to be sovereign and to make your own decisions and choices and be happy by working with your higher self? So I know it's a lot. I know that working with your higher self can feel uncomfortable because, of course, spirit is always going to bring you to the new, to where you need to be, not where you want to be, which I feel like this week, this is what your intuition or spirit is kind of bringing you the signs to take you on a new journey, to go in a new direction. That the reason that you haven't been able to move your needle on the compass of your life is because you have been stuck in patterns, negative thought patterns, holding on to old emotions. And when that happens, we don't have the life we want. We don't realize the dreams we want to realize. We don't take steps towards the goals that we want to take steps towards. And so that's what I'm feeling like Spirit is bringing us this week, kind of a quieter week energetically, so that we can kind of do some reflection, get into meditation. What are the steps that I can make to help myself? And that in turn, when you impact the internal, then your external starts to be impacted. You start drawing the most compatible soulmate. You start having the career that you want, the money that you want, the situations that you want. And so, yeah, I would say this week, would be a great week to really start any kind of healing journey, however that looks for you. So yeah, if you're ready to step into an IET journey, I hope you will go and check out the packages where the deep discounts are, 3, 6, or 12 sessions, and dive deep into really helping the angels help you to transform those traumas and dramas, those old patterns of addiction, those old patterns of abuse, those old patterns of negative self-talk, those old patterns of betrayal or abandonment or resentment, anger, greed, lust, envy, all the stuff that our ego wants to hold on to, because all the things in the higher vibrational frequencies, all the things in the love, all the things in the compassion, gratitude, right? That makes your ego feel uncomfortable because that's not your normal fight or flight, right? So, yeah. So, if you've been in fight or flight for a long time, IET can absolutely help you to calm down your sympathetic nervous system, transform the reasons you've been into fight or flight, and then you're not in fight or flight anymore. Um, or it's toned down into a way that you can live better. And when you tone down that fight or flight, you tone down those cortisol spikes, you tur- uh, d- um, turn down that physical reaction, then your mental and your emotional fall into line. So remember, we're all one being, physical, emotional, mental, and energetic. And so it's important to really look at, am I balanced? And if you're not, look at how can I get balanced? And that's really, really important. So, again, IET can absolutely help you with that. So, I'm looking forward to those of you who I'm working with. I'm looking forward to those of you who I will be working with in the very near future. And for those of you who are learning to be able to facilitate this modality with the 9 healing angels. So, very, very excited about the next couple of months. And of course, working with each and every one of you on a one-on-one basis. So, use your coupon and grab your session. Um, yeah, let's get started. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your week. I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings, and I'll talk soon. Have a great rest of your Monday.